Welcome back on Market Headlines. Yes, viewer, PCR test requirement to Bali is indeed one of government's way to bend the COVID-19 cases curve. Cases are rising, hospitalization are increasing, and that also increasing. But the thing is not Bali. It is more on how government does not recommend traveling this holiday season, saying that it is safer to celebrate at home. So, therefore, viewers, the Ministry of Transportation predicts that passengers' downtrend during the Christmas 2020 and New Year 2021 will occur in the end of the year. So, let's take a look at the graphic to see the details, how the prediction of the Ministry of Transportation. So, we can see in the first graphic, viewers, you can see the numbers of how the prediction of Ministry of Transportation see that. We can see the data. So the Ministry of Transportation on travel forecast, Christmas and New Year holiday week passengers on bus, it's 1,830 in 2019, and in 2020 it's only 299. In 2019 on train, 6,450, while in 2020 the forecasts say that only 1,670. While on plane passengers, it's forecasted to only hit 2,590, and from boat passengers, it's 728, and the crossing shuttle, in 2019, it's 3,690, and in 2020, the forecast said that the crossing shuttle passengers will only reach 3,480. So, speaking about passengers, viewers, Transportation Minister predicted the decrease in passenger is going to be down more or less 52% in Christmas and New Year holiday in 2020. He estimated the total public transport passenger will only reach 8.97 million passengers, while in the previous year, 18.7 million passengers. Even though it is still prediction, but most likely it will happen. Many people are postponing travel and staying home, which they think is the best way to protect themselves and others this holiday season. But the downtrend will go deeper as regional government requires tourists to have COVID-19 tests before enter one specific region. So, however, here comes the problem. Not that many people want to expend extra cash to have the COVID-19 test. So how much does it cost? We have gathered the data in the next graphic. This is the second graphic about COVID-19 test costs. The first one is from the sample, antibody, the sample is blood, antigen, nasopharyngeal swab, and the PCR, nasopharyngeal swab. And the accuracy level of antibody COVID-19 test is low, and then antigen test, middle, PCR test is high accuracy. And we'll talk about the cost. Antibody test is in the range of 85,000 rupiah up to 150,000 rupiah, while antigen test is 250,000 rupiah to 275,000 rupiah. And PCR test, it cost 900,000 rupiah. But back again, viewers, testing doesn't eliminate the travel risk, but when combined with reducing non-essential activities and other precautions, it makes travel safer. Government pressed Indonesians to not travel for Christmas and New Year amid fears that gatherings during the holiday season could ultimately spread more COVID-19 cases. So it is harder for us Indonesians to mobilize from one region to another regions. So there are regions that currently apply mandatory COVID-19 tax documents. What are those? Let's see through the next graphic. So in the third graphic, we can see that regions that apply mandatory COVID-19 tax documents. The first one is Bali, and then Jakarta, West Java, Central Java, Malang, and Yogyakarta. Those provinces are having the most COVID-19 cases surge. So viewer, all those regional heads put alarm over the travel, and not noting that even if a fraction of travelers had asymptomatic infections, they could have spread the virus to hundreds of thousands of people in their regions. So one of the most impacted region is Bali. As we know that Bali has become a popular pandemic vacation spot because it does not have strict COVID-19 entry requirements. However, as COVID-19 cases upticks, government took action. Now all air travelers must present negative PCR test results, while travelers who use other methods of transportation are expected to present negative antigen rapid test results. Well, PCR test is the most expensive one, so it brings burden to the travelers. As a result, this has led to a reported mass request for plane ticket refunds. Let's see the updated data about the trip cancellation to Bali in the next graphic. So this is about the trip cancellation to Bali. 133,000 flight tickets are requested for refunds, and then Indonesian Hotel and Restaurant Association say that the lose-out estimation could reach 317 billion rupiah. So, a fair number of people who were traveling over the holiday week are back to cancelling and postponing trips. According to Haryadi Sukamdani, as the head of Indonesian Hotel and Restaurant Association, the trip cancellations could see Bali lose out on 997 billion rupiah, or equal to 70.7 billion US dollar. But in the government side, Bali Deputy Governor Cokorda Oka Arta Ardana Sukawati say that the government decided upon the new rules to prevent a surge of COVID-19 cases in the province with the upcoming year-end holiday, as officials gear up to potentially reopen foreign tourism next year. So viewers, travel may increase your chance of getting and spreading COVID-19. Staying home is the best way to protect ourselves and, of course, our family. So stay at home is the best option. And we will see the information regarding this, viewers, that the mass flight cancellation to Bali, we can say that many people wish to have taste of paradise to celebrate New Year's Eve in Bali for sure. But new requirement for air travelers to present negative PCR test results to fly to Bali has led to a reported mass request for plane ticket refunds, which amounted to 317 billion rupiah.
Indonesia's Hotel and Restaurant Associations recorded that from the day it took effective, the associations has received complaints from the public with plans to travel to Bali about the sudden requirement for a PCR test result. Officials announced new travel requirements on Tuesday, along with several prohibitions ahead the upcoming year-end holiday as part of an effort to curb coronavirus transmissions on the island. According to the data that the associations has gathered up until Tuesday night, there are refund requests from the ticket buyers, as many as 133,000 flight tickets. With ticket price assumption, it can be amounted to 317 billion rupiah. According to the associations, the trip cancellations could see Bali lose out on 997 billion rupiah, or equal to 70.7 billion US dollar. From all sources, IDX Channel.
So viewers, stay with us because market headlines will be right back after this quick break.